Hey, good afternoon, guys. So, one of the things that when I'm doing the cycling rides, especially, and I see it on Facebook a lot as well, on the internet, is who would want to be an electrician in Thailand? The wiring is hanging everywhere. The truth of the matter is, they're internet cables. The electrics are way above that. And Patea's been going through a phase of trying to tidy up down in Walking Street, Second Road. A lot of these projects that are on the go are to hide the cables that are around the town. The advent of fibre optics has definitely started to change the landscape, and it's one of the reasons that they're managing to get the cables down, so tidy them up a bit. But some of the condos, they're not wired up for it. Here. This is why I would go for fibre over a DSL. DSL's through the phone cables. And that, believe it or not, is our condo. It's not maintained by us at all, but that is what feeds the internet to all the rooms in our building. Yes, our condo's about 12 years old, and at that time fibre really wasn't popular everywhere. So we've got old phone cables in the building, and that's a thing you don't see here in Thailand. Nobody's got a landline, very, very few. And really everyone's just using a mobile network. So what are you going to do? If you move here, how are you going to deal with your internet? So I'm going to talk you through all the kind of options and the process about going through and getting it installed, and what you've got to pay, who's best to speak to. So if you're moving into a condo, your first point of contact should always be the juristic person. They will know what's happening, what internet providers are here on the street, and which ones supply fibre optics. Yeah, so first off, you've got to decide what kind of internet you want. The three main types here are ADSL, VDSL, and fibre. Fibre's by far the fastest, and if you've seen that connection box, it is also the most reliable. When it rains here, internet tends to go off unless you're on fibre. Yeah, so the first two that I mentioned there, ADSL and VDSL, they use the normal phone connection. So you plug your router into the socket in the wall, and off you go. Fibre, you've got to have a dedicated cable. And as I said, our building here, coming up 12 years old, so it wasn't wired up for that. So individuals have paid themselves to run fibre optic cables into the building, and cost was between 3,000 and 4,000. It started off at 4, and it got cheaper as more and more people were doing it, and the guy got quicker at installing it. And that allows you to have your dedicated fibre connection. Where we are here in Soy 6, the only provider that provided fibre down here was 3BB. But there's other companies like True and AIS. And what you need to do is really speak to the people where you're moving, or if it's a condo, the juristic person, and just work out, what providers are there. So most of them operate a similar system. For us foreigners, you've got to pay your first year up front. But don't worry, they normally give you a discount, say about 8% off of the yearly price. And once you're into your second year, you can then go on the monthly terms if you wish, or pay a lump sum again and you still get that discount. Typically you'll see that fibre prices here are much cheaper than other countries, and the service is actually very, very good. I'll show you some of the speeds I get on my computer later on, and that's by Wi-Fi. So you can get an internet package here for like 500 baht a month for a fibre package. And obviously you pay slightly more, you get more speed, download and upload. And it's usually the upload speed that increases the most as you pay more. So all our experience in this building is with 3BB, and actually the service from them has been exceptional. Normally if you go and fill out the paperwork, you need your passport, you need the house book or something that shows where you stay. If you're renting the apartment and you're wanting to put in fibre, you do need the owner's permission that you're going to put that cable in. Yeah, so once you've gone down and paid for your service, filled out the paperwork, they'll have done the checks to confirm what kind of service you can receive there. Normally it's like next day or the day after, they are there fitting everything in your room. It is very, very quick. And yeah, I'll show you some of the prices and the speeds that 3BB offer. But just remember, you've got to check what's suitable for your building, or if you stay in a house, you know, speak to your neighbours and ask them what are they using close by. Worst case scenario, there's no internet in your area, and especially maybe someplace on the dark side, or say it's a new condo and they haven't developed that area yet. You could be faced with that problem. AIS do a little box that you can put a SIM card in, and I'll see what details I can find and put it on the screen down there. And you can use that as like a hotspot for your TV, things like that. Alternatively, you can use your phone, but then that means your phone's always got to be there, and if the phone rings, everything stops. So anyway, you kind of make your own choices about what you use and decide what you want to take care of. Okay, so this is a setup I have with 3BB. I don't know if you can make that out there. But on the bottom is the Fibre router, and the package I get is about 600 baht, but there's VAT on top. So the 8% discount kind of negates that 7% VAT. So 590 a month. And they give you this little box with it, and that's got some TV programs. I'll show you what it has. Yeah, so included in your box, you can see on the left hand side, there's live TV. It's predominantly Thai channels, but if you've got a Thai partner, it gives them high quality local TV. Yeah, you can see there is some what we'll call foreign channels, but for us, Bloomberg, CNN, that type of thing, BBC News. So yeah, there is lots of things that you can both use in there. On top of live TV, you've got all these things that you can see here. It's a mixture of Thai and European and complete series, Thai football, and probably the one that most interests you, HBO Go. So lots of movies in there. It's not as extensive as Netflix, but you do get some good ones. You can see they're Top Gun Maverick, and they're all available with Thai subtitles or Thai audio. So if you're away out and your missus wants to watch something purely in Thai, it's there. And even some movie collections. So all that's included in your 600 baht a month. Yeah, so the Android box I've got is hardwired. So this isn't from my computer, it's the hardwired Android. Yeah, so about 570 is the download speed. And about 350 is an upload speed. So more than enough. You can see at the top there, it allows you to stream up to 8K. So hopefully that's given you an insight as to how to start looking at which provider you should be talking to, and showing you what kind of setups and the prices involved. I'm sure pretty much most of them are fairly quick at getting it installed, but I must admit 3BB for us has been excellent. I've been with them now for over 10 years. The wee boy likes it, he's down here as well. Right. So to find any of the offices, whether it be AIS, 3BB, depending on where you live in Thailand, the best thing is just put into Google Maps and it will show you all their locations and when they're open. thanks once again for joining me. And you know, if you've got anything that you want to know about Thailand, please just drop me a line, and I'll see if it's there's enough content in there to make a video out of it. Okay, so thanks once again, guys. We'll see you next time when I'm out in Pattaya. Bye bye for now.